anybody that has your airtime, that person has influence over you. One of the many ways to develop confidence is to fulfill your own promises to yourself. But the intrinsic motivation comes from within. It is your inner drive, your inner energy.
There are paradigms that people carry. There are limiting beliefs that people carry. And the essence of this podcast, of these conversations, is to let people know this is what it takes when you are deployed, and this is how you get to domination.
For the rivers of living waters flow out of you, it must first flow to you. We need to accept that spirituality does not make us useless. It does not make you foolish. It does not make you stupid.
You are first a spirit.
If you are thinking, what do I have to write on? What are the things that you can speak on for 1 hour without getting tired?
Hello and welcome to the Mountains of Influence podcast. And on this podcast, you already know what we do. We have deep conversations with top-tier kingdom-minded professionals to know their story of deployment to domination. And for you, the listener, it means you have access to invaluable lessons on navigating your own career with purpose, overcoming obstacles, and discovering how to integrate faith and excellence into your professional life. Today, I have with me Aanu Clement David-Olawade. I mean, come on. This woman is an exceptional ghostwriter and a publisher. She is ranked 729th global LinkedIn creator by Fabicon, an executive member of the Jamie Pajot University, ranked the 29th most influential Nigerian on LinkedIn by Interplus, nominated for prestigious awards like Exceptional Millennial of the Year, Young Outstanding Personality by TIBA, the iconic brand awards, Young Leaders and Innovators Award by Jamie Pajot International, Nurse of the Month, Content Writer of the Year, awarded Young Entrepreneur of the Year by the Global Business and Authors Awards in London, United Kingdom. See, this woman is fire. You can already even see from her smile. She is listed as one of the 800 world countless highly skilled blacks in the Midlands, England, United Kingdom by the Director of Black Global Majority Change Consultants, Coaches and Academics, among many others. Please welcome with me the CEO of PenPixel Digital Press to the Mountains of Influence podcast. Hello, Aanu. Welcome.
Drum rolls.
Welcome to the mountain. Come on now.
You're hyping me.
As I was just reading that, I was just seeing mountain of nursing, mountain of writing, mountain of public. Please.
Everywhere.
Can we please just, and I know, and I did finish this bio because you are also the founder and the creative director of Creators Wealth Web. What is that one again? So man, can you just please calm down for all of us? Only you pack all of the SDGs together and you are just dishing value here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited. I'm super pumped to have you here. And we'll just dive
Me
right
too.
in. Aanu, what does influence mean to you?
Well, there are many definitions when it comes to the word influence. Some schools of thought, they think influence is domination. Some people think influence is subjugation. Some people think influence is, leading people and having them to do what you ask them to do. But if I look at it with my own level of understanding and even speaking experientially now, influence is inspiring people. To me, influence is inspiring people to take actions, inspiring them, guiding them through different areas and journeys of their lives that you have been opportuned to lead them. Influence is leadership, is the ability to tell people or suggest things to people in advancement of their lives, exploring their potentials, and the listen to you and the follow. So the ability to inspire people and get them to take action or move from point A to point B is influence. As we have back in Nigeria, I currently live in the UK. When I was in Nigeria, usually we buy airtime. They will tell you we have different, of course you have MTN, you have Glo, you have different types of them.
Yeah.
Now you have to buy airtime to be able to make calls, to be able to, and all of that. We still do that even here in the UK. You still have to do your subscription and all of that. But we call it airtime back in Nigeria. And then you do subscription for data. But here you do both together with your subscription. So, we call that airtime. That's AIRTIME. There's another thing called airtime. EARTIME. Anybody that has your airtime, that person has influence over you.
Wow.
Anyone who has the ability to suggest an action to you with a perceived outcome or an intended outcome, that person has an influence over you, no matter how minute or enormous. Thank you.
Wow. That was a very profound and insightful explanation of insight, taking us on that journey of what most people might think it is, but what it truly is. And then that analogy of your ear time. Like whoever has your ears has power over you. That's amazing. So now, I've read your beautiful bio, because it's not easy to be ranked to 700 and 700 or something out of users on LinkedIn.
It has even come up. That's why I was saying that this bio I need to update it. There's a new award. There is.
No, we've asked you to please.
There are other things now.
Please calm down for us on this hour, on this mountain. This is mountain for top tier kingdom-minded professional, and you're already giving us to us odds. Please, just have mercy on all of us.
Thank you.
We know you're top tier. We know you're killing it on top of you. But now. Tell us about
Please
you.
calm down.
Yes. Tell us about you. Where are you? Because we know you did not just arrive on the scene, bam. You understand? It's not an overnight journey. You're coming from somewhere. There is a story. There is always a story to the glory. So tell us about your story and your mountain. Which mountain exactly are you dominating currently?
I went for a speaking engagement on Friday. That was the day before yesterday. Today is Sunday, the 12th January. So for those who will be watching this podcast, apart from outside of today, and then so the day before yesterday was Friday, the 10th of January 2025, and somebody asked a question, and the person who asked that question was somebody like me. So I told her I had to start first of all to say, look, everything you have said, I can relate to it. I used to be like that. You can do so many things. You have, you are just here, you are there, and you are doing well. If care is not taken, you will be doing so much with no tangible progress. It's like you're walking, for instance, you're walking, but you're not making progress. You're not making tangible progress. You know that your legs are moving, but you're going nowhere. It's like you're running on a treadmill. You're running on a treadmill. You're not living where you are. You're still there, but you know that you are counting steps. Now, that kind of a thing happens with people, more especially with people that they are multifaceted, multivariegated. They are, they have multiple potentials. They are multidimensional. So, I still am. So over time, I began to, study myself, understand, because it starts from self-awareness. It starts from self-awareness. So, I'm a kind of person that I love personal development so much. So much. I don't mind. That's why, so even up to now, I had to get one or two persons to help, maybe to understand videos, making videos. As simple as TikTok videos are, I don't know how to make them. And I'm not ashamed to talk about that because that's not my priority. There are better things to do. You get, I have to ask somebody how do you make this video? She was not telling me that, TikTok templates. Imagine telling somebody I don't know how to make TikTok videos. The person will look at me like, Are you in this 2024? Where have you been? What do you do with your time, with your life? Yeah, but something as simple as that. Do you get? So I've been someone who you will not find on the street, just having fun, hanging out with friends, just there. You will not find me in one corner of my room, maybe reading, studying, watching YouTube videos, doing courses, doing a lot of things just to make sure that I am a better version of myself today than I am yesterday. So over the years, even while I went to nursing school, it's very hard for people to believe. I was at one of my clients' book launch yesterday. Two of them did book launches, one in Ireland, one in the UK. So I went to the one in the UK, and then people found it so hard to believe because we had staff members come from our workplace. And then they find it so hard to believe that I'm a nurse. They say, wait, hold on. How did you break into publishing, book writing?
Exactly.
You are publishing books, you are writing books for people, or you are writing memoirs, you're writing autobiographies, you're writing self-help books, personal development books, fiction books, you're writing stories, non-fiction. You're never a literature student. How did you do this?
How did you do it?
And I told them, I said, well, because it was like 4 or 5 people. So I told them that, well, we won't have the time to delve into the topic, but it started from a mere desire and it graduated into a passion. And I had to self-learn. I had to learn. I had to watch YouTube videos for free.
Wow.
Just to know how these things work. I never read literature. I didn't even know, it was like meandering through life and then you jam something, that kind of a thing. So, and then I had to start learning. I had to start watching videos. I can design websites. I learned graphic designing. I learned copywriting, grant writing, medical writing. I learned, I've mentioned copywriting, ghostwriting, and I loved ghostwriting. So I stayed with it. I'm a certified editor. So I do editing. I don't edit my own manuscript. I'm just trying to tell you that I've touched on so many things.
Wow.
So, and then I started learning legal writing as well. All these speech writing, white papers. I do so many things in this my small life. As in, I'm not that old and I'm not that young, but I kind of tend to live like 3 lives in one person. So in the mountain of media, when it comes to writing, I believe that I'm not in one mountain. I'm in like different mountains of influence. So I can still say I'm in media because I've got strong online presence, especially on a platform like LinkedIn. So I've got thousands of followers on LinkedIn, even though we are not yet there. We are making progress gradually, and LinkedIn has given me an opportunity to connect with business owners, professionals. It has changed my life, but it's not just about the platform. It's about how you use the platform, because people connect with people of value.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything to offer, people don't like wasting their time. So now, mountain of media, having to project, the values, having to. I wrote a novel. I promised myself I was going to write a novel in 2024, and I did that. November, but with the going through the draft, the everything, it spanned into December. But I made sure that I made that promise to myself and I fulfilled it. And I was saying something about confidence, that one of the ways to build your confidence, that's a digression, but I feel I should talk about it because somebody would need this. So please don't lose me here. Don't lose me here. Follow me very closely. Now, confidence, sometimes the way to develop it is to fulfill your own promises to yourself. I'll repeat that again. The way to develop confidence, one of the ways, it's not the only way, but one of the many ways to develop confidence is to fulfill your own promises to yourself. If you have promised yourself that tonight I'm going to read a chapter of a book, please do. You might not be able to do that all the time, but do that most of the times, because it helps your self-confidence. And these things consciously and unconsciously build your intrinsic energy and your intrinsic motivation. There are basically two types of motivation. We have the intrinsic motivation and the extrinsic motivation. The extrinsic motivation comes from external factors outside, somebody encouraging you. You have this, you have that, you see this, you see that. But the intrinsic motivation comes from within. It is your inner drive, your inner energy, your inner why, the reason you do things. So, and the one that dwindles faster is the external
motivation.
The external motivation. But it is the one that you have intrinsically that will keep you going. Either rain come, or wind blow, or there's storm, or there's peace and quiet, or there's you have wealth, you have riches, you have everything. You are rock solid, you are stable. You are always abounding in the work of righteousness. All right. So it's very, very important. So I make sure that if I tell myself I'm doing this, I follow it. I don't set too many ambiguous goals. But when I say this is what I have to do, I try my best to do it. Even if it means spending festive season in the library. I remember I had to get somebody to stay with my kids, and I had to put them with a childminder. Just to make sure that I meet up with my goal.
Wow.
It's that important because look, there's you know this hymn. I'm trying to remember. I remember just now, but I just lost it. I'll remember again. Ask the Savior to help you, comfort, strengthen, and keep you. He's willing to aid you. He'll carry you through.
Oh, lovely voice.
Now, thank you. Now, there's a verse in that song. Each victory will help you, some others to win. Fight manfully onward. Now, is that line I need? Each victory will help you, some others to win. I'll say that again. Each victory will help you. I mean, I didn't plan that this discussion will go to this trajectory, but I'm just going to let it flow.
It is leading.
Yeah. So each victory will help you, some others to win. If you're trying to break an addiction, and it takes about 21 days for an habit to form, and then you can now, you have to start like mechanically first, and then it will take a lot. Yeah, gradually, you now break that jinx. It is, if you win yesterday, it is easier to win today. Your win of today will make it easier for you to face whatever will come tomorrow and win. Remember what David told the King Saul when he said, how do you plan to fight Goliath? He said, God, what did he say? He went recounting the experiences he had in the wilderness to say, the God who delivered me from the bear, the God who delivered me from the lion, from this, from that, who delivered me from this uncircumcised Philistine. And that's why testimonies are replicable. That's why testimonies, you see, I don't want to preach. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that. No, let's start quietly now, because don't let us scatter this, please. We can be in the boardroom.
No. See, let's shatter you see, there are paradigms that people carry. You understand? There are limiting beliefs that people carry, and the essence of this podcast, of these conversations, is to let people know this is what it takes when you are deployed, and this is how you get to domination. So there is no fluff about it. Do you understand? There are so many negative examples out there. So now we are having conversations with kingdom-minded professionals that are on the top of their mountains and asking them, how do you do it and stay true to your faith and stay true to kingdom values and show up as a child of God that you are, that you should be. So whatever truth that needs to be told now, so that everyone, we are all on the same table, so that we understand there is no hard and fast truth to it. There is no we are not hiding here. We are in, you know how the Bible says the children of the world are indeed smarter than the children of light. There is a smart way to do things. And like you
Right.
said, there if how David was, testimonies are replicable. That was what you said. But people are seeing the testimony in your life, and but they are wondering like, how is she able to do all of this? It is that blueprint, that template. How have you been able to stay on this lane of domination, from deployment
Right.
to domination? So as the Spirit is
Perfect.
leading you to say some things, I think that is probably the message that somebody that is listening to this needs to hear, for them
That's
to be
right.
catalyzed, for them to be ignited, for them to
Yeah.
stand up from where they are and actually get moving.
And you're very correct, because when people see somebody doing something and doing stuff, and they say this is somebody like me, like the Bible said, Elijah was a man of like passion, just like you are,
Exactly.
like we are. And you see that Jesus didn't just come here as a spirit; he came just like me and you, like a man. I mean, he had to be filled with the Spirit as well.
Yeah.
He didn't just come like a Superman. He was 100% man, and then 100% God as well. And that thing makes you know. And there's a difference between Rabbi and Rabboni. I began to understand these things 2019, I think. And I was like, wow. That helped me when I began to pray for the sick and the recover. That helped me to start casting out demons. That helped me. And look, we can be executives in the boardroom. That's fine. But we know that we are powered by the power of the Holy Spirit. And we carry a different atmosphere, and that's the atmosphere of the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Even though we know how to enact policies, we know how to, do business out there. We know how to play. We know how to, be relevant even in the world. We know how to dominate our spheres. We know how to be excellent. Excellence is the minimum standard. We know how to do all of these things and build wealth and build influence and make impact. We still know how to get back to the secret place, because we know that from there is where energy is generated. Look, the Bible said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living waters. Before the rivers of living waters flow out of you, it must first flow to you. It must first flow to you, because you cannot give what you don't have.
Exactly.
It must first. So we need to accept that spirituality does not make us useless. It does not make you foolish. It does not make you stupid.
You are first a spirit.
As a matter of fact, sorry, excuse me.
You are first a spirit.
That's right. That's right. So you see that the rivers of living waters must first flow to you, and then it flows through you. It has to flow to you first, and then it flows through you. So I was talking about the difference between Rabbi and Rabboni.
Exactly.
I want to make sure to close up some of these things I've opened up. Rabbi is a teacher. Rabboni is master. Because even the literal Jewish meaning of some of these things, when they say you're a rabbi, you are a teacher. But when they call you Rabboni, it's more personalized. There is a relationship. Rabboni means master. And it means you follow the master. And whatever you see the master do, whatever he does, you can do. As he is, so are we. He's our teacher, he's our master, he's Rabboni. And that's why when Mary saw the resurrected Christ, that he wanted to touch him, he said, do not touch me. I go to your father and my father. Go and tell the brethren. Go and tell my brethren that I've resurrected and all of that. He says, Rabboni. I don't want to go into the original translation and all of that, but if you check, it says Rabboni. It means master. That is more than being a teacher. And then when you see Jesus as your master, you see him, and you see, even the Bible said, a servant is not greater than his master. I'm just trying to paraphrase that he does what his master does. He goes through what his master goes through. He has almost same experiences like his master. Jesus said, if I'm your master and I heal the sick, you heal the sick. Okay? So the works I do, you do also. Greater works than I do, you will do, because I go to my Father. And he began to tell you some of these things. And even in the in the synoptic gospels, and Paul too, if you read some of these Pauline epistles, your mind just blows up to be like, wow, this is me.
Empowered.
This is me. So if you're watching this podcast, it might not even be what I'm saying, but for the fact that you see somebody that is doing what looks like a life you envision, I'm telling you, my darling, it's very, very possible. A day at a time, precept upon precept, line upon line, you will get there.
A little there.
That's it. That's it. You will get there. Now, let me go back to, I don't want to go ahead of myself. So I promised myself I was going to write a novel. And that novel is a romance novel. My friend laughed at me, was like, of all books, I knew, of all books, why did I say a romance novel? If you read it, it's a standard romance novel. And that's how I took my time. I'm a ghostwriter. I help people write books in fields I don't even know about. I have to do market research. I have to do a lot of things. I have to, read up, know what is that field is, and then write, study some materials, study how they write their thing, know their tone, know their voice, and then replicate it for their book, such that if I write a book for you, maybe you don't have time, you don't have the, skill to do that, and I'm doing that for you. People should not hear my voice. People should hear your voice in their head when they are reading your book. That's the goal. So it makes me do some background work to be able to write the book. So I have to do that for myself and say, well, I don't write novels. I have people on my team in our company, PenPixel Digital Press, that do fiction writing. I said, but for now, I need to do fiction writing for myself as a ghostwriter now. And then I had to, of course, learn and all. If you read the book, it's a proper romance novel. It will carry you. You'll be like, what's the next? Okay, what happens? You can't guess your way through. There's a lot of plot twist. Do you get? So now, and then it keeps you reading. The book is dust and done. It's, this DEI, diversity, equality and inclusion, emotional tension, interracial love, police brutality. It just carries plenty things inside. And it's still a romance novel.
No movie.
Do you know what I did in that book? It's like being a wolf in sheep clothing. No, that's the wrong one. It's being wise as serpents and gentle as doves. Because I still had to subtly introduce the bed undefiled. Marriage is honorable unto all. You are not, your body is of the Lord. I didn't have to state it there. I don't have to quote scriptures. But the fact that it's a romance novel and people deeply in love still have to wait till after they wed before they consummate marriage, before having sex or whatever. Even though if you would think they did at the end of the day, but somehow there was a restraint to say no. My body is unto the Lord, and there is an honor you need to carry in your body, and know that if it's very normal for a pull to happen. You love this person, don't you? You actually love this person, so it's totally normal. But you know that you can actually wait, and these are the things that we're talking about. So in this mountain of influence, having to get people to take some actions, like I mentioned, towards a desired outcome or an actual outcome, and then they do, and that happens through writing, through ghostwriting. I'm also on a mountain of education. I am very, very passionate about knowledge transfer through books. I believe that, some of the books we read today is because people wrote them. Look at the books behind you. People wrote them. Yeah. And these are not people, let's say, these people, some of them have gone to be with the Lord. Some of them, maybe business books, or depending on the kinds of books they are. These people, they are older people. There are very, very few young people are writing now. Oh, wow. So what will be the hope of generations to come if we don't update some of those bodies of knowledge? With the technological advancements, with our exposure, with our experiences of today, because we need to pen these things down. Even Habakkuk 2 verse 2, it says, write this thing down, make it plain, so that he that reads it might run. So that he that reads it will run with it. There's power in documentation.
Wow.
And that's, look, I'm very passionate about it, because imagine some of the books we have today were not written, and those authors, they said they are consumers, they don't produce. What would happen? And I believe everybody has a book in them, including you.
Wow.
Everybody has a book in them. Some people want to write books from their experiences, from their pains. Some people have had very unpleasant experiences, and it is in documentation they find closure. And they can teach other people without having to repeat themselves. Some people have had very sweet experiences. They've grown, maybe their knowledge, their training. That's how you see many of my colleagues writing books about nurses. All right. Their trainings, their maybe their clinical experiences, and it all depends. It might even be like your experiences in the world of business, or whatever mountain of influence that you are. You can write a book about anything. Imagine somebody writing a book on how to draw your brow, and he's a bestseller. How do you get? So you can write a book on. And now I'll give you something. If you are thinking, what do I have to write on? What are the things that you can speak on for 1 hour without getting tired? What is that thing you can speak on for 1 hour, for at least 1 hour, without having to now consult AI, consult textbook, consult this, consult that? You can just flow. It's a pointer. That is not all that there is to it, but it's a pointer. So that's about education, and also having to teach people. I was speaking with some of my mentees, or should I say people that I was coaching, about some of the things that they need, that they did not know that I could supply to them. They just asked to say, okay, we need answers to this thing, this one, that one. That was not even the focus of our training. But then I began to give them line upon line, and they were like, is there something you don't know? Like, just tell us, is there something you don't know? Because how? And I told them that, look, I have paid the price. I've had to, and that's one of the things that I will do better next time. I've lost relationships because of personal development. As much as, so at that time I didn't really understand fully, because I felt if they want to go, let them go. This is my life you are talking about. If they are not comfortable with my own availability because I'm investing heavily in myself, then let them go. They were not supposed to be part of my life anyways. Well, that is true. And that is true, but not 100% true. That is true. But sometimes you don't have to love what you do or what you want to do more than people that you do life with. And maybe with family, I mean, you can change friends, but maybe family, there are sometimes you have to separate yourself and intermeddle with wisdom. There's a balance to it.
Yeah.
Because these people, if you don't make progress, they will leave you too. So you need to prioritize yourself and place progress over feelings, and place progress over sentiment or emotions. All right? Because your level of progress will affect the kind of people that you move with. Now, there's a friend, a particular friend, she could not understand why she will send me a message and I will not respond immediately. Excuse me, I'm in class. Or maybe I'm doing this. But you should have responded immediately. Maybe when the lecturer left, you should. I said, calm down now. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days, I will just respond. And then she stopped talking to me. She blocked me. She was one telling me later, because when I called you, it did not go. Me, I went on. I mean, seriously. And she said she wasn't going to talk to me. I had to ask the sister. I've been trying to reach this babe, and the sister said that she would tell her to call me. Still, she didn't call me. So we never reconnected. She traveled. She too traveled out. I traveled out as well. We did not talk and all. Well, I mean, I missed her. So we now eventually met again, more like at a higher level. And everybody continued. We had to do a mini reunion and all that. But I'm very sure, even though I would have loved that, I was a more present friend as at that time, when, especially when she needed a support, a friend and all of that. But at the same time, I'm more important to her, I'm more valuable to her with my state now than I was then. The same thing for my family. I'm just trying to, I know we have very limited time, like scatter, put everything together. Same with my family. At some point, I was not that available. That's my birth family. How do they call it? I have my own family now. My birth family. I remember those days I would, back in nursing school, we only had 3 weeks in a year, 3 weeks break.
Wow.
3 weeks break. So we have 2 weeks break. No, we have 1 week break after first semester. And I used to be an ESCO in school, an executive in the school fellowship. So you will now wait till Sunday instead of going Friday. You wait till Sunday again. You do service, we now go after service. Then you have to resume again, let's say Saturday, to do service, or come very early on Sunday. So even the 1 week is not complete in the house. Then after like the second semester, before we go to the next session, you take like 2 weeks break again. God will help you. You're on clinical posting. Yeah, so the first school I went to was School of Nursing. That's in Nigeria. So in School of Nursing, it's like collapsing what students do in 5 years in the university into 3 years. So it's serious. People call it, there's something we call it. It's very rigorous. There's something we call it. We call it 3 years imprisonment with ad labor. That's what we actually call it.
Wow.
Because you be like, you want to kill us? Why?
Wow.
There's this song. Like, what is it? Haven't you done enough? You see, that even though I'm not the kind of person that follow trend or likes trend,
but that's
like that. But that is the perfect description of that. I'm telling you. And it's very hard for you to see a dollar finish in that school, because you will pay heavily. It's like the school fees of some people for the whole time they use in school, in university, is all we pay per session. It's crazy. It's very expensive. And then you have to go for clinical postings. They put you, you need to have energy to be able to withstand it. They withdraw people every year. So when you enter the school, first 6 months, they write the written exam, and then they tell people to go back. Some people leave schools of nursing to go back to study medicine. It can be that serious. They withdraw them and then they go back. So when there's this subtle fights in nursing profession. If you go to a school of nursing and you go to university, those who went to schools of nursing believe they are more skillful, they are more intelligent, they are more hands-on. And again, they do lots of practicals. And those who went to university, they just believe that those who went to schools of nursing, all they know is nursing. They don't do borrowed courses. They don't do, although they do. I mean, we did that, but not as much as those who went to universities. And they believe that, we are degree nurses, that kind of a thing. We went to universities. And then, but don't let me continue with that. But that was then. I mean, everybody is more mature now.
So relationship with family.
So even back in school, so my training, my schooling didn't give me that privilege, and I had to leverage on that to say, well, I'm not always around. But it still paid, and I had to have a very hard conversation with my family members, even when it comes to, I didn't come from the best family background, especially when it comes to financial strength. My parents really struggled to pay my school fees. They had to borrow to pay my school fees. And after I graduated, they were still paying back. And I was still trying to pay back as well. So it was a whole lot of struggle over the years. And then, there's this expectation of African parents that when they struggle to send you to school, although, I mean, the mindset is being corrected in recent times, but it's still, I mean, even then and even now, you still believe that children are retirement plans in quotes. So I had to have that conversation with them to say, give me more time. Even though I've started working, I've started earning, I still need to put some things in place so that I still need to do some heavy investments in myself. so that in, let's say, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm in a better place to help. Do you get? Because imagine if you could invest ₦1 million over a period of 3 years, and then you begin to earn a dividend of, I'm just saying, 3 years is a long time, dividend of, let's say, ₦20 million every month, for instance. It's a worthy investment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a worthy investment. Even if you have to go hungry, if you need to stress, if you need to push through, you would want to do that for the joy set before you, for that greater good.
And that's the insight of recognizing what a seed is versus what an harvest is.
That's true. So sometimes you don't eat your seed, you sow it for a greater harvest. Right. So with the mountain of what's it called, education, it's okay, let me talk about the third one as well. And of course, that's where maybe book publishing, all of the things that I do, book publishing. I'm also on the mountain of wealth creation when it comes to finances. And I really love teaching people how to grow their wealth and finances, how to profit from their knowledge. I did that 2022, 23, the early part of 24. So I had to take a pause to be able to do some work on the back end. I had to go train, paid for courses, masterminds, of course, master classes, some really, really in-depth work. And then I want to continue that, say, from March again this year. And people have been coming, and I've done that privately, one-on-one, and now I want to do it on a better, let's say, a larger scale, to help better number, or more people. So those are the three that I do, generally speaking. Well, people believe, or there are schools of thought saying that there are 7 mountains, but there are much more than that.
No.
There are much more than that. Many.
If you even want to break it down, like,
I'm telling you. And then there is business part. There's another part of me that is business entrepreneurship. There's another part of me that is nursing, health. That is,
because social reformation, health, and all of that.
And there's another part of me again that is academic. Do you get? I'm doing lots of program again. My husband, that was 2 years ago, he brought me into the world of research because he's a researcher himself. And then, I'm starting to enjoy that life of research. And these are the things that I want to start exploring again, in addition to the things that I started exploring. I love lecturing. So having to now enter academia again, it's more than 7. People are saying it's 7. It's more than that, 7, because...
No. That's just limiting the vastness of the varieties that we have in this world. So you can't the mountains of influence. So you just pick which mountain are you standing on. There's
and that's true.
Limit to it. Just pick the mountain that you're standing on, and then explore how you want to, dominate, and how you want to influence it for the kingdom of God. Because at the end of the day, from everything I know I said, you can see that it's all about excellence and and all of these things that she said, she does them very well. She does them exceptionally well. Yeah. So she does them exceptionally well.
There's some times in your life that you may need to be alone. You can even be prophesying, but you would not know, like King Saul, that the Holy Spirit has left you. And even though you want to fake the power of God, you cannot fake His presence.
You need to be connected to the source, first of all.
Somebody say, I need a man, this one, that one. You are doing everything. If you were that man, will you marry you? You are struggling with some other things because of the level you are. The level you are will determine the people you interact with. I am more loyal to my future than I am to my past.
And that is the end of part 1 of this episode. Watch out for part 2, which will be dropping in another couple of days. Meanwhile, while you wait for that, share this video with your family, with your friends, your colleagues at work. Let them know. Let them also enjoy what you have enjoyed. Okay? because I know that you have gained so much value from this video. So please share this video, share this content, share this podcast, and let the kingdom of God go viral. Okay? Let the kingdom of God go viral. Go tell it on the mountains. Go tell it on the rooftop that Jesus is Lord. Go ye into all the world. Go to all the nations and spread the gospel. So spread the gospel of Mountains of Influence podcast, because this is for apostles in the marketplace, for us to learn the key strategies to be able to do our Father's work. Okay? I trust that you're going to do that. So see you next time.